A report into one of Hamilton's most controversial long-term care homes has documented at least one case of physical abuse and a lack of training of its staff. Inspections at Grace Villa this summer also found a lack of clean linens and the disregard of protocols that are meant to keep residents safe. As Kelly Botelho tells us, one doctor is asking, what will it take to shut down a for-profit home?
Two personal support workers saw another PSW hit a resident at Grace Villa. This is according to a Ministry of Long-Term Care inspection report from August 31st.
I'm absolutely horrified. We have to realize that this is a population that cannot look after themselves and cannot speak to tell us what is wrong.
The report says the alleged abuse happened while the PSW in question was caring for a resident who was cognitively impaired. The resident did not react to being hit and did not sustain an injury, according to the inspection report.
How far do you have to go before you'll actually lose your license as an owner of a long-term care facility?
This past winter, Grace Villa was called a war zone by union presidents. Employees complained of never-ending workloads, short staffing, and unsanitary conditions as COVID-19 ran rampant through the home. From the end of November to mid-January, 44 residents died from the virus. Dr. Arya, who works in long-term care, says the problems usually stem from an inconsistent workforce.
They're more likely to have part-time workers. They're more likely to have people who are agency staff, meaning not the full-time permanent jobs that we actually need in this sector.
The report says the PSW who allegedly hit a resident was hired through an agency, and Grace Villa's director of clinical services told the inspector that the PSW did not have training on abuse and neglect prevention. Also reported was an instance where a patient was lifted manually by 3 staff members after a fall. The workers are supposed to use transferring and positioning devices to do this in order to prevent further injury. Lack of clean linens and bath towels were also documented. In a statement to CHCH News, the Ministry of Long-Term Care says it responds immediately when a resident is harmed or is at risk of serious harm, but didn't say how. And the ministry says new legislation is coming to strengthen its inspection regime and operator accountability. Kelly Botelho, CHCH News.